History often remembers the kings and queens, the conquerors who claimed empires, and the leaders who shaped destinies, names etched in textbooks, their legacies immortalized in towering statues and grand monuments. But what about those who worked tirelessly in silence, behind the scenes, their names often forgotten, their sacrifices overlooked? The unsung heroes who, without armies or thrones, changed the world in ways that ripple through time. Today, we uncover the stories of these forgotten legends, individuals who faced impossible odds and shaped our history through acts of immense courage, compassion, and selflessness. Number 1. Irena Sendler, the woman who saved 2,500 children. Our first story takes us to the heart of war-torn Poland during the darkest days of World War II. The Nazis had invaded, and Warsaw's Jewish population, hundreds of thousands of men, women, and children, were forced into overcrowded ghettos. These ghettos became places of unimaginable suffering, starvation, and death. In this grim reality, one woman stood against the tide of hatred and brutality. Irena Sendler, a young Polish social worker with extraordinary courage. Irena used her position in the social welfare department to gain access to the ghettos, but her true mission was far more daring. She smuggled over 2,500 Jewish children out of the ghettos, hiding them in sacks, toolboxes, coffins, and ambulances marked as infectious disease carriers. Irena carefully documented the real names of the children she saved, writing them on pieces of paper and burying them in jars beneath an apple tree. She hoped that one day, after the war, she could reunite these children with their families, a dream that, heartbreakingly, was rarely realized. In 1943, Irena was captured by the Gestapo. Despite being tortured and sentenced to execution, she refused to reveal the names of the children or the network that helped her. Number 2. Abdul Karim, the Munshi of Queen Victoria. Our next journey takes us to Victorian England, a time of great power, grandeur, and rigid societal hierarchies. Amidst the opulence of the British Empire, an unlikely friendship blossomed, one that challenged conventions and raised eyebrows across the royal household. At the center of this story is Abdul Karim, a young Indian clerk who rose from humble beginnings to become Queen Victoria's trusted confidant and teacher. Abdul was originally sent to serve as a mere servant in the Queen's household, but his intelligence, warmth, and humility soon captured Victoria's attention. She appointed him her Munshi, or teacher, and he began to teach her Urdu and introduce her to the rich tapestry of Indian culture. Over time, Abdul became not just her tutor, but her closest companion, sharing stories, exchanging letters, and offering her solace during the final years of her reign. Though vilified by many, Abdul Karim's story is a powerful reminder of how friendship and mutual respect can transcend the boundaries of race, class, and empire. Number 3. Khudiram Bose, the teenage freedom fighter. The young boy who became a symbol of India's fight for independence. Born in 1889 in a small village in Bengal, Khudiram Bose was destined for greatness. At just 15 years old, he joined the struggle against British colonial rule, inspired by the vision of a free and self-reliant India. His story is one of unyielding bravery and sacrifice. Khudiram was no ordinary teenager. With fire in his heart and a deep sense of patriotism, he took on missions that many adults would have deemed impossible. In 1908, at the age of 18, he and a fellow revolutionary targeted a British magistrate infamous for his harsh rule. Though the assassination attempt tragically claimed the lives of others, Khudiram's resolve did not waver. After his arrest, Khudiram faced his trial with dignity, refusing to renounce his actions. When the British sentenced him to death, he embraced his fate with remarkable calm, becoming one of the youngest martyrs in India's history. Number 4. Harriet Quimby, the first licensed female pilot in the US. In the early 20th century, aviation was a field dominated by daring men who risked their lives to push the boundaries of flight. But Harriet Quimby, with her bold spirit and unshakable determination, broke through the clouds of gender barriers to claim her place in history. Born in 1875 in Michigan, Harriet had an adventurous heart and a keen sense of independence. In 1911, Harriet became the first woman in the United States to earn a pilot's license, a feat that was met with skepticism and awe. She performed daring air shows, captivating audiences and proving that women could master the skies as well as men. Her most remarkable achievement came in April 1912, when she became the first woman to fly solo across the English Channel. It was a perilous journey, with unpredictable weather. These are just 4 of the countless unsung heroes whose sacrifices shaped the world we live in today. They didn't seek recognition or glory. They acted out of compassion, conviction, and a belief in a better future. Their names may not be etched in textbooks or carved in stone, but their legacies live on in the hearts of those who remember. Let their stories remind us of the extraordinary strength of the human spirit and inspire us to see the potential for greatness in every act of kindness, courage, and selflessness.